Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Matt Jones here from iOSbetas.com, doing a video today for Keaton going over the features of iOS 6 Beta 1. Now, as you see here, this is my iPhone 4S actually running iOS Beta 6, as you can see right there in the description. This is the iPhone 4S on AT&T, and today we're just going to talk about the features. So one of the main things that has happened to iOS 6 is that a couple applications has got a total revamp. What I mean here is take a look at the music application. You have a iCloud-esque layout. As you see, the volume slider there is that aluminum. We got these orange buttons for the replay and shuffle, and just the layout is set up differently. It's a nice change. Then you notice your entire music list is now completely white, along with the tabs at the bottom. It's taken on more of a white look instead of that weird grayish blue one in the old one. So a lot of the apps have changes like that, along with actually, in fact, there are also the new stores. As you see here, the App Store has also taken on a new look. It's much more neat looking, and it just seems more nice to the eye. It's almost taken on a just more visually appealing look. As you see here, the applications are displayed largely along with white backgrounds and then top and bottom black charts. You can now instantly download the applications right there, and as you see, it'll start showing you a status bar without even going into the application. You'll just be prompted to put in your password to install it or whatnot. Now, also the iTunes Store has taken on the same type of thing. Again, if you use iTunes on your phone, it will look the exact same way. They're just redesigned stores, and it's really the first time in a long time that we've seen a large aesthetic change in some of these native iOS applications. Again, also, the messages didn't take too much of a change and not like that, but a couple of these applications did. As you notice there, the settings application has got a redone logo, and then here we are into the brand new feature that Apple has created called Maps. Now, they've completely done away with Google Maps in iOS 6. They've gone with their own version of Maps. It's created by Apple. Now, it does have turn-by-turn navigation, which is one of the large features in iOS 6, along with 3D view. Now, as you can tell here, it's still in beta, so it doesn't work too great. I click 3D view, and nothing really shows up. Again, remind you, this is beta 1. The final version will obviously be fixed. But it does have turn-by-turn navigation you see up there in the top left corner, which is a new feature which many people have been asking for. Apparently, they've partnered up with either TomTom or Garmin to get you a really unique and nice turn-by-turn navigation experience. It works well. I tried it out. Again, it's still in beta, but I can tell when iOS 6 is released in the fall that it is going to be a large update, a very nice Maps application. They've put a lot of work, a lot of time into this application, and I think it's something that they really just wanted to do away with Google one last time and just say, we're done with you, and therefore they've created their own Maps application. Now we're going to the camera here, and you notice it's got a tiny little bit of an aesthetic change. It's more black at the bottom now. Not much has changed with the camera. That's what iOS 5 did. They added all those new camera features. Again, the camera's mostly the same. There's not much new to that. Over here in the phone, huge difference. As you see, they've changed the total layout to blue and that blue status bar, which is in a lot of the applications now, including messages and whatnot. And also the phone has that beautiful white dial pad. Nice aesthetic change. That's not jailbroken or anything. That's the way it's going to look in iOS 6. Now we go to the settings. There's a couple new features too that they're toting. One is Do Not Disturb mode, and as you notice when you flick it on, you get a little moon logo up next to your clock. And what this does is whenever you flip this on, notifications will be invisible, which means your screen won't turn on, your phone won't buzz, making noise. And then here we also have privacy mode, which allows you to see what applications need to access your contacts, your photos, or whatnot. It just gives you more control over what people are seeing. Now, as you see here in the status bar, they've added Tap to Tweet, a really cool feature. Again, it's been a jailbreak tweak for a while, but you can actually send a tweet directly from your status bar. And when you look where the tweet was sent from, it shows that it was sent from iOS in Safari. So just something to note there. It's kind of cool, much like how you could tweet photos from iOS 5. Now you can actually send direct tweets from iOS. Another cool feature, it also has Facebook integration. You can post a status update as well. However, I don't have a Facebook, so that's not something that really interests me. Now, this is the passbook, and this is yet not working. So if you're running iOS Beta 1, don't worry if you can't do anything with it. In the future, it'll have airline tickets, movie tickets, and whatnot, coupons, and you'll just be able to use it as an actual book with all kinds of essential things that you can get scanned at different restaurants or stores or places. And again, it's not working right now because it's in beta mode, but by the time either in a couple more betas or the final release, we'll see a really nice looking passbook, which a lot of developers will support with their API, which is very nice to see. Alright, so now we're going to go down to Mail, and this is kind of cool. As you see here, you have a VIP feature. I haven't added any VIPs, but what you can do is select contacts, and their mail is very nicely highlighted. And then one other feature here they've added is actually finally pull to refresh. All you have to do is pull down, as opposed to clicking that little spinny wheel in the bottom left corner. You just pull down the mail, and then you can automatically refresh it. As you see right here, we also will have our Twitter and Facebook integration down at the bottom. Right there. Again, I don't use Facebook, but it still is nice to have. You can post pictures, you can post photos, and whatnot. It's a really cool little thing to do. And that's basically it in the settings. Now let's talk about Siri, I believe. So as we see here, we'll pull up Siri and ask it a question.
How many shutouts does Jonathan Quick have?
Jonathan Quick has 10 shutouts this season.
It also opens up applications. Really cool feature.
Open settings.
And as you see, it takes us right to settings. Again, that's really, really cool, awesome feature. They've added a lot. It knows about sports, it knows about restaurants, it works with Rotten Tomatoes and whatnot, and it can also open up any applications, Apple native or third party. And that's just something cool that they're finally adding. They're adding lots of more languages to it. It can now understand Canada and a bunch of other Italian and big languages like that. Now, one thing I would show you is they've added a new call menu. When you receive a call now, you can actually slide up to just ignore the call and send the person a message. I don't have another phone to call myself with, but you can see pictures of it online. I will post the links down below for a full iOS run through of all the features. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This is Keaton, and I'm Matt Jones.